Hi there, I'm Tricia Pine, rejoiceinyourvoice.com, home of the complete vocal system. I help men and women whose voice is their livelihood, from singing to public speaking to being the face of your business. If you depend on your voice every day but are not getting the results that you want, I can help you. Today I'm sharing with you 11 tools to support your vocal health. The first one, number one, is I want you to warm up every day. Before your feet hit the ground, as you're stretching in bed, do a little yawn with a little sigh. Oh. As you're putting on the bathrobe to go get some coffee, maybe do some lip trills. Or some more yawning with sighs. Take some time to gently warm up your vocal folds before you start sharing your voice with everybody else. The second thing I'd like you to do is I'd like you to hydrate. I know people tell us all the time that we need to drink a lot of water, and while we may know it, I want us to know it, and I want us to really take action to do this. Our body is mostly water, and by the time you feel thirsty, it's too late. You're already dehydrated. Your vocal folds need to feel hydrated to work efficiently, so drink lots of water. I also want to make sure that you get enough sleep. I don't care if it's 10 hours, 8 hours, or 4 hours. You know if you're not getting enough sleep, and if you're speaking and singing on a voice that is tired, more than likely you're pushing and it's going to feel strained. And other people will be able to sense that when you're communicating and when you're singing to them. So give yourself the gift of some sleep to truly rejuvenate yourself and your voice. I also want you to exercise. Everybody tells us to exercise as well, but for me and for the voice, I feel it's very important to have core strength, core flexibility. So while you're exercising, even if it's a walk, it's allowing the low belly, the back, the upper abdominals, the flexibility in the rib cage to really stay strong and flexible. And that's what I want for you. So continue to exercise, even if it's just a walk. I also want you to be aware of medications that you may be taking, either for allergies or prescribed meds. Be aware if they have a drying effect. They may need to, maybe you could alter them to another one that isn't as drying, or perhaps you need to up your water intake to make sure that your vocal folds are hydrated because of the effects, the side effects of those medications. Another thing that's kind of tricky, and you may not even know it, but it's acid reflux, and this does affect our voice and our vocal folds. And I experienced acid reflux a long time ago. I didn't even realize it was happening, but after a performance, after a show, I would eat a late dinner, I'd have a glass of wine, I'd go to sleep. Well, what I found is that I was having some swelling, and I couldn't figure out why, and was it the singing, was it the speaking, what was going on? So actually it was because I was having some acid reflux come up while I was sleeping, and it was affecting my high notes and some of my low notes. So if you're having some issues there, be aware that it could be acid reflux. I also want you to think about how you are using your speaking voice. Okay, so whether you're a singer or whether you're a speaker, whether you're an actor, or whether you do presentations, how you use your voice off the court, so to speak, is very important. So how you're using your voice in conversations, one-on-one, in small groups, at networking groups, to the directors, to the other auditionees, be aware of how you're using your voice, because it could be fatiguing you. You could have some habits that are not helping you when you go to truly use your voice in presentation and in performance. One area that could be irritating your voice that you may not even be aware of is when you're speaking on the phone. So let's say you've got clients you need to call, or you've got some networking to do, some contacts you have to make, and you get on the phone and you're not supporting your voice. Most of the time on the phone, we're off our voice, we're off the breath, and we do a little whisper. And so then it affects us for when we want to use it for the things that really matter for the presentation or for the performance. So make sure you're using your full supported voice, your full resonant voice when you're speaking on the phone. The other tip, the other tool I want you to think about is really breathing. I know that sounds crazy because we breathe every day, but a lot of us are walking around holding our breath or shallowly breathing. Take the time to allow low expansion in the low belly, to do some more deep breathing, to allow expansion in the back. I'm not saying take gargantuan breaths in, but relax the low belly and breathe into that core of you so you're not holding or you're not stopping the breath and then having big sighs. Okay, the other thing I want you to do is I want you to have some healthful ways to manage stress. We've all got stress triggers, and they say stress may be good for us, but I want to make sure it doesn't get stuck here. And the voice knows and it shows. So I want to make sure that you have ways to release the stress in your life. So let's say it's putting it into song, it's putting it into a journal, it's talking to a good friend, it's making a healthy meal for yourself, it's going for a walk. Find ways to release the emotions, the very healthy, normal human emotions that we have, but just make sure that they're not getting stuck right here. The other thing is I want you to do, and it doesn't have to be with me, but if your voice is truly important to you, I want you to get a vocal coach or a singing instructor. It's hard to do it on our own. Even I have a vocal coach and a singing instructor, and I don't mean that you have to hire me, but if this is an important aspect of your life, if communicating, singing, speaking is really valuable to you, if it really is going to make a difference in your life and how you close the sale, how you land the audition, then make the investment in yourself. I know for me, it is so valuable to have someone understand the science and the art of speaking and of singing, because I can't hear it inside my head. I'm not able to dissect every single thing that I may be doing that could be causing certain things to happen. We need outside help, just like we can't cut our own hair. So that's my advice to you, because I have to do these very same things. I'm giving you the same advice that I take for myself. Now, do I need to drink more water? Guilty. Yes, I do. In fact, I've got a big pitcher in the kitchen and I'm working my way through it today. Do I need to exercise more regularly? Yes, I do. So I'm just like you. I'm going to go through this list and go, you know what? I need to up my game in this one, but I'm doing pretty good on that one. So there's your 11 tools to vocal health. And if you've got a tool, share it with us. Share it with me. I'd love to know what you do to really support the vocal health in your life. Thanks so much. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Take care. I'm Tricia Pine, and until next week, rejoice in your voice. Bye-bye. Whoops, I forgot to give you the 7th tip, which is when you are in a loud environment, make sure you're really supporting your voice while you're using it. Really tap into that low belly breath, the diaphragmatic support, and really using your resonance to really resonate your voice with whomever you're speaking. At a sporting event, root for your favorite team, but use a supported voice when you do it, so you don't leave the networking event, you don't leave the audition, you don't leave the cool sporting event feeling like you've strained your voice or you have used it incorrectly. So be aware in those loud environments, either remove yourself to have that great conversation or really make sure that you're not straining or pushing, but using a supported voice. Okay, that's it. Take care and rejoice in your voice. Bye-bye.